All right, guys, thanks so much for being on Team Forever Strong's call tonight. It's April 21st, and we have a special guest speaker tonight, which I am so excited to have Natalie Bailey on the call with us tonight. She's so inspirational, and I'm going to give you guys an introduction, a little bit about her right after I go into some recognition tonight. I just want to kick the call off with some recognition. So if anybody has any Emerald coaches or anything like that that they want to shout out, just get their names ready. And once I'm done recognizing my coaches, you guys can go ahead and unmute yourself and recognize yours. So I would like to congratulate 3 of my brand new coaches from this month. We have Stephanie D, Hallie, and Emily. I am so excited. They became Emerald coaches this month. They've all helped at least 3 people get started on their health and fitness journey. So they've hit Success Club 2 huge goals as a brand new coach. And I couldn't be more proud of them. So congratulations, girls. You are doing amazing. Does anybody have anybody else that they would like to shout out and recognize? Any Emerald coaches, any other Emeralds on the team?
Well, she's not an Emerald yet, but our newest coach is already on our team call. She signed up like 5 hours ago, which is just crazy to me. So
that is amazing.
Welcome, Kelly. Hi,
Kelly. Hey. Hi, Kelly. Welcome to the team. That is so great. That's awesome that you're on a team call too. All right. Does anybody else have anyone that they would like to recognize? No Emerald coaches. How about Ruby coaches? Any Diamond coaches? No? All right. And then I'd also like to wish Kerry a very happy birthday today. So happy birthday, Kerry. I hope you had an awesome day. This is dedication being on a team call right now. Let me tell you that.
Well, Jim's pouring my glass of wine right now. So.
I was going to say, I hope you have your birthday drink with you.
Thanks.
So if you guys haven't had a chance to wish Carrie a happy birthday, make sure you go ahead and, wish her a happy birthday. She's great. All right, so I don't want to talk too long. So I would like to just introduce, I'm sure you guys know who Natalie is, but anyways, me and Natalie actually met way back. I was a coach only for 6 months, and I remember we went to the New Leaders Conference together back in January, and that's where I met her for the first time. We got to hang out, and she's just so nice and just doesn't have like a bad bone in her body, and she's so positive and she's so sweet and she's just incredible. And then I was able to go on the Success Club trip last year to Cancun. Her and her mom were there, so I get to spend some time with them. It was just a great time. But you guys are gonna love hearing from her tonight. She is a wife. She's a military wife actually, and her husband is a pilot, which is pretty cool, right? She has her first new little baby on the way. Doesn't she look so great? You can't even tell she's pregnant. My whole face was like blown up by this time. So she has her first new little one on the way, which is so exciting. And she is a 2015 Elite 5-Star Diamond team. Her team is currently ranked number 197 out of the entire network of 420,000 teams, which is absolutely incredible. She is a Success Club 10 legend. Guys, this is huge right here. When you hear what this means, you're going to be like mind blown. That means that she was able to hit Success Club 10. So she was able to commit to helping 5 people every single month for 24 consecutive months. Amazing, right? She never missed a month. It is phenomenal. So she is a huge inspiration. I love her so much. And she's going to be talking to you guys tonight about overcoming your excuses and making this business a priority so that you guys can have success with it. And she has so much great stuff to share. So thank you so much, Natalie, for hopping on tonight. And you can go ahead and take it over whenever you're ready.
Thank you so much. Okay, so 2 things. Number 1, I'm sick, so sorry. Number 2, I wish I could have looked better for you guys, but I'm just going to say life right now, and that's just going to be that. So here I am. This is me actually every day. So that's what I love about working from home is that we don't have to, thank you, do this. So Yeah, so I have kind of like 3 topics I want to talk to you guys about tonight. It's kind of like broken up in parts. So we're going to do no excuses, non-negotiables, and we're really going to talk about understanding the value of your business. And I want to start there because I think when we start at the value and the core and understanding what this business can do for ourselves and our families, it kind of lays the foundation for everything else. It lays the foundation for dropping those excuses, putting our head down and just getting to work. So I'm going to dive in because I'm pumped up for this topic and I'm excited to talk to you guys. There's a lot of you I don't know, so I'm like kind of nervous. Okay, so, and I'm going to drink a lot because my throat hurts, so just not water, by the way. Okay, so just giving you guys perspective coming into this. And I want to start with, I'm sure you guys have heard of this, or maybe, you've heard somebody say it before, but the 40-40-40 plan. And we're going all the way back into like corporate life now and like having a job and thinking about that. And what does that look like? What does that mean? 40-40-40. It means go to school and get a degree and work your butt off for 4 years, or if you do a master's, longer than that. And then what do? You get a 40-hour-a-week job, right? And then what do you do next? You work that job for 40 years, right? And then you get 40% of that retirement. That's basically what our parents' generation looked like. So you would go to school, bust your butt, get the degree, have the 40-hour-a-week job. You would work the job for 40 years, and then they'd have that nice 40%, that you would have left in retirement. I think we all can agree, if anybody's working, that it's not like that anymore. That type of retirement is not promised. Things don't work that way. Our parents' generation, the way that things were back then, that is long gone. And there is no job security and loyalty anymore in businesses. I have so many friends that they just never know, you know what I mean, if they'll get let go from their job or somewhere that they've been loyal to. So that's kind of scary. So to have an opportunity like this, like Beachbody, and I know there's a new coach on the call, so, you have a lot to learn, but I hope this helps shed some light for you tonight. To have an opportunity like this, it's what I like to call a learn it while you earn it opportunity, because you don't have to come into this business and, be a professional. You get to learn the business, but you also get to make an income right off the bat by helping people and sharing your story and being vulnerable. So having that opportunity, I think, is a huge, huge, huge blessing. So I'm just going to break down numbers really easily for you. I know that we can talk big. I know that we can talk 6-figure income. We can talk, 5-star, 10-star diamond coaches, superstar diamond coaches, and we can get really big here. But I just want to talk to you guys about $500 a month. What can it do for you? And I want you to ask yourself that. $500 a month, what could that do for you? Whether it's pay a car payment, whether it's double down on a student loan, whether it's put towards your savings account or mortgage, right? $500 a month, that's a lot of money. That's going to take care of something in your household that could relieve some stress over a period of time. But life, you guys, life doesn't give us that opportunity very often to just go out and find that extra $500, right? We can ask our boss for a $500 raise, or we can put money into the stock markets and pray for the best, right? But there's not every day that you have the opportunity to grow a residual income that will say just earn, this is minimum, guys, because Beachbody can take you so much further than that. But to earning $500 a month, think about what that could do for your life. And we have an amazing opportunity here to make a difference, not only financially either, because this business will change your life physically, mentally, emotionally if you let it, if you really invest in time to let yourself and allow yourself to become a better person. And then the financial aspect of that will grow because of who you're growing into as a person. So that's just kind of like a little perspective. It gives you the hopefully helps you understand, the gift that we have here and how, we really have this opportunity at our fingertips if we take advantage of it. But just because we know what to do, just because we know this business is special, doesn't mean that we, don't have to execute the tasks it takes to achieve that success. Because we all know that if you want to make $500 a month in the business, you got to work for it. That's not going to be handed to you. I know it's, I don't know what Kathy, I made about $300 2 months into my business and about $500 3 months into my business. And then from there, it just went up. You know what I mean? So it takes a few months to get your business underground and shooting off. But if you can hit Success Club every month, if you can focus on sharing this business with other people, that $500 is going to come pretty stinking easy for you. And it's something that's going to last you and make a difference in your life right away. So life gets in the way, right? We have failures. We fail. We set goals and we don't hit them. We hit roadblocks. I'm going to use myself as an example because Kathy gave like a great introduction about me, but I want to share with you guys what I'm dealing with in 2016. So in the last 3 months, I've lost 6-star qualifying 3 times. I am no longer a Success Club 10 holder. For the last 2 months, I have not hit Success Club 10, which for me is heartbreaking because it's just been something that I've done since month 1 in my business. So to not achieve that is just has been extremely defeating. I've lost 6 coaches this year already. 6 coaches of mine have quit in the last 3 months. And 26 cancellations went through my downline last week, meaning in our entire downline, there was 26 people that decided they wanted to cancel in 1 week's time. Those numbers are not fun. And I know that every single leader goes through them, and I know that every single coach on this call goes through them. Whether your number is 1 right now or 10 right now, it doesn't matter. At some point in your business, you're going to deal with crap, and you're going to deal with frustrations and roadblocks and things like that. And guys, I have all the excuses in the world. Like Kathy said, I'm going to be a new mom in 3 months, and the transition up into finding out I was pregnant until right now and trying to figure out who I am anymore because I don't know. And if there's moms on this call, I'm sure you went through it too. It's like, who the heck am I? Why am I having all of these emotions? How do I bring this into my business? So just trying to transition and figure out who I am. And now that I'm starting to feel comfortable in that area, guess what? I get to transition again in 3 months when I actually have a baby to hold and take care of for the rest of my life. So there's things in life that are always going to happen. There's things in life that are always going to bring us down, right? And it's going to make this hard and make it seem like that we can't do it. So I want to share something else now that's more of a positive. And it's through all of that, everything that I just listed, all of those failures, my income has still grown every single month. And you might find that hard to believe because of all of those failures. But here's the thing. When we're limited on time, when we have to be focused on our time, and I know Kathy's focused. She has her work hours at night, right? You guys know this. She's got the kids all day. Life's crazy, whatever's going on in her life. And when she goes to business, she goes to business. And that's what I've had to do. And everybody really needs to do that. When is your business hours? When are you going to go to work? For me in this transition and everything that I'm going through, we just moved into a new home. Please keep this between me and you. An hour ago, I found out that my husband's uncle passed away. Like, it is like everything is just crazy right now. But what can I focus on to keep my business growing? I can focus on people, right? I can focus on relationships. I can focus on connecting with my team. So I want you guys to think about right now when you feel like your business is struggling and this is just spreading you too thin. What are the non-negotiables? What are the things that you know can still grow your business? And for me, what I've focused on, obviously, are the vital behaviors, right? You're going to talk to people every day. You're going to build relationships. You're going to get your workout out and keep your mind right? Drink your Shakeology and keep that fitness going because that's the first thing that we want to let go of. When we're stressed and when we're busy and when life gets in the way. Don't do that. Don't use that as an excuse. We need this. This is what we need. Get up every day and press play and get that 30 minutes in. And then last but not least, it's what I've been doing is talking to people. This year I've set up one-on-ones with my coaches every week. So I offer like a scheduler. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. Acuity scheduling, a scheduler to where my coaches can connect with me once a week or twice a week, whenever the time slots are available, they can sign up for a call. The next thing that we do, I've developed a diamond mentorship call that I do every Wednesday with my leaders. I host my team calls every week. Anything that I can do to connect with my team to make sure that I'm still helping them succeed. Because here's the thing, even if times are hard for you, nobody cares, because we still have to show up for a leader and be a good leader for the people that we're helping. So you guys still have to show up. Even if you don't have a coach right now, you're going to have a coach one day. I bet you have a customer right now. And if you don't, you're going to have a customer by the end of the week. You have somebody that you have to show up for. And we have to keep showing up for people. And the more that we do that and make that a priority over anything else, our businesses are still going to move forward despite the failures. So the next thing that I really, really hone in on is revisiting my why daily. And I know this might sound crazy to you, but when you lose your mind half the time, like me, you need to revisit it daily. And I'm so specific with this. I have my vision board that's the background of my computer screen. I have my daily goals written in my planner. I have weekly goals that I want to accomplish by the end of the week. I have monthly goals that I set for myself. And I'm even putting, at this point, guys, daily reminders in my phone that shoot me bits of confidence that are like at 4 o'clock every day. It's like, you're a high performance coach. You're a great leader. You're awesome. You can do this. Don't give up, right? So it's constant bits and pieces of motivation and inspiration that come at me on a day that maybe I'm just not feeling it. Because let's face it, we don't always feel it every day. But if you can remind ourselves why we're here, what our purpose is, what we're working for, and we can take it back to the beginning of the call where I talk about the value here. Life isn't handed to us. If we want to do something spectacular, we have to make it happen. And this is an opportunity for us to make it happen. It's a great opportunity because you're not just working to make money, guys. You get to change your own life and you get to change other people's lives as well. And that's a really, really cool thing. So why do I still go for it? You guys know the things that I've been focusing on, and despite all the failures, I'm still seeing growth in my business and my organization. I'm losing rank, or not losing rank, I'm missing qualification. I'm not helping as many people at a time anymore, but I'm really honing into the leaders I have, and it's still growing my business. That's the same concept for you. Caring about other people, still wanting to help other people see success. But why do I go for it? What makes it worth it for me every day to get up and do this? And I can honestly tell you, because it's changed my life completely. I started this business 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I was the biggest skeptic. I came into this and I did not think that 2 years later, my life would be completely different like somebody told me it would be. They told me, if you just put in the work, if you just put in the effort, despite what anybody else says, despite the criticisms you're going to get, and people telling you that this isn't real, blah, 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 all the negatives, right? If you just commit to this, if you commit to yourself and your business, and you have a strong why that nobody can break through, your life's going to be changed in 2 years. And it was. It truly, truly was. But why am I here is a bigger thing. And I have to use the income disclaimer here because Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success. But I'm sitting in our brand new home that 2 years ago, I couldn't even pinch 2 pennies together. I was deferring student loan payments. I just left my job. We were on one income. I spent my last $140 to buy a challenge pack. And the only way that I could afford Shakeology on month 2 was if I hit Success Club in month 1 to afford it for month 2. We were broke. And here we are sitting in this beautiful home, and I'm in my office on my floor. I've never had an office. I'm on my office floor because I don't even have furniture for it yet. But we're in this beautiful home because of this life we built, because of the sacrifice to give up the good things for the great things that come later. Because it's worth it. Because I get to stay home in 3 months with my baby girl. Because I don't have to go to work. And I'm not saying that work is bad. Some people love their jobs and that's a great thing, but it's not something that I wanted. And that's the thing. You have to figure out why you're here. What do you want? And how many failures are you going to let determine your fate? Guys, I will get knocked down every single day. I will take a beating for the rest of the year like I've taken these last 3 months. And I will still get up and I will still be motivated in the morning. because this has changed our life. Because 2 years ago, if one of the 50,000 things that have happened in the last 3 months would have happened to me, I would have been down for the count. But here I am overcoming things every single day because this business has made me better. And it has the opportunity to make you better. We all can be better, but you have to let it work. You have to show up every day, even when life gets in the way, even when things are hard. Find something that you can connect to this that's going to push you every day to reach your goals. It's not selfish to be income driven. It's not selfish to be here because you just love being a part of the positive community. You don't even have to care about business. You can just love to be around the people that you're around. Whatever your reason is, it's good enough. You just have to truly figure it out and stop with the surface level stuff. Like, oh, I'm a Beachbody coach because I want to help people live healthy and fulfilling lives. That's great, but why are you really here? Because there's more to it than that. And I think digging deep and really allowing yourself to feel and find that, that's what's going to get you up every morning. So I get fired up because on my team, people they come into the business and they're so excited. They're like, I'm just so pumped to be a part of this. Here are my goals. This is what I see for myself. Here's my 6-month plan. I want to do this and this and this for my family. My husband's miserable at his job. And if I could just, help him anyway financially, like to take the stress off, it would just make life so much better. And they're so pumped up. And then they come into the business and 20 no's later, they're like, I just don't think this is for me anymore. I just think I'm going to step back now. And, I just thought this would be different. And I'm thinking to myself, what? You just had this humongous why, like something that literally pulled at my heartstrings, and you're going to let it go that easy because of a few no's, because of a few failures or a few setbacks? Guys, the only way to fail in this business is if you don't try or if you quit. Everything else is a lesson. Everything else is a lesson. And every single time you guys can overcome a speed bump, guess what happens? Add a little check mark, add a little tally mark to the success that you're going to achieve. And that's where people get lost because they put in so much work in the beginning, so much work to only see that little tally mark of success. Every single month of my business, I was only seeing that little tally mark of success. And I'm like, I'm working so much harder. Why am I not getting more for my effort? But it's those tally marks, guys, compounded over time that 2 years later have completely changed my life. And you guys need to remember to celebrate that. You guys could be, my list right now is this long of the things that have gone wrong this year already. But all I'm focusing on are those small wins. Because I know every time I get a small win, I'm adding one little tally mark to my list that a year from now, none of this stuff's going to matter. And it's the same for you. Don't forget to celebrate the tally marks. Every time that you overcome something or you handle a situation differently, add a check mark. Those check marks are going to change your life over a period of time. So, sorry, I'm getting lost in my... So, who here wants to be successful? Raise your hand. Yeah, everybody, right? So, what does success mean to you? I mean, you don't have to answer me right now, but I want you to write that down and ask yourself that question. What does that mean? Does that just mean, planning your day or having, a certain amount of money in your bank account, making a certain amount of money a year? Does it mean more time? Like, what does it mean? What does success mean to you? Because I think that's also a really important question to group with your why. Next thing I'm going to ask you is, why do you want that success? What would it mean for you to actually achieve it? And I really hope you guys don't just listen to this. I hope you write these down, and I hope that you think about them. And I hope that you type them up to yourself and you refer back to them and you reference them every day. So, you guys ready to have an honest discussion for what it takes to be successful in the business? Yeah, high five or hands up. Because I'm going to give you guys some tips here. And they're not going to be like these crazy things, but I'm sure you heard them before, but these are the tools that you guys need to take and understand and live every day. Number one, there are no shortcuts. 0 shortcuts. And you know what's funny is I saw like this billboard thing, and it was like the titles of all these books, and it was like the 8 secrets to the success, and the 17 secrets to success, and the 21 secrets to the success. And I'm like, man, the success secrets have gone up, or they've gone down, or somebody has it figured out. You know what I mean? Guys, there's no secret other than you putting in the work every single day. There's no secret. And there's 0 shortcuts. Kathy's made an incredible business for herself and her family, and she's an incredible leader. If I had her as my upline, I would listen to everything that she says. I would apply it to my business every single day, and I'm not just saying that. She's an incredible leader, and the things that she's done in her business, it's far beyond. She's the top of the company. You guys are so blessed to have a leader like that, somebody that cares about you and wants to help you succeed, genuinely. Take what she says and write it down and run with it. She's not going to give you BS crap. She was serious about building a business, so she didn't have to leave those babies. And guess what? And she doesn't. So you have great leadership here. Second thing, self-discipline. Aligned to your goals. So we have to be clear on what our goals are. So whether you're like me and you need weekly, monthly, yearly, whatever you need, your self-discipline, the things that you get up and do, the tasks that you do every day, have to be aligned to your goals. So if you're spending hours on PicMonkey to recognize your team, but you're not in Success Club yet, and that's one of your goals, we're not doing the right things. Self-discipline aligned to your goals. Do your business first every day. Another mistake I made. Work your business first before you give your time to your team. Because you still have to run your business. You still have to grow your business. Do your BAT, do your power hour, whatever it is that you need to get done in your business first before you give your time, the rest of your day, to your teammates. You guys, we have to follow our business like we follow our fitness. Here's what I mean by that. You come into this, say you start the 21-day fix. How come we are so on it? We're like, all right, I need to eat 3 yellow containers, 3 green containers, 4 red containers. I need to work out 30 minutes a day. I need to make sure I get the water consumption. You guys follow it to a T, and then you see incredible results at the end. But then in business, when they're like, do the 3 vital behaviors, and we don't invite or read personal development, all we do is work out and drink our shake and post selfies, we wonder why it's not working. We have to do the tasks. Treat your business like you would treat a fitness journey. Follow the rules 100%. There's no shortcuts. Always going to take you back to number 1. There's no shortcuts. Your business will only grow as much as you do as a person. So if you're not reading personal development and allowing yourself to grow as a person, you're going to be in the same spot you are a year from now. And I don't want that for anybody. Do the vital behaviors every single day. It's a non-negotiable. Success Club, non-negotiable. That should be a vital behavior. It should be the 5th vital behavior. Hit Success Club. Help 3 people a month. If you want your business to grow, if you want to do something great and help people, then if you're doing the 3 vitals every day, you should be hitting Success Club with no problem. And that kind of leads me to number 3. It's constantly do the right things. There's so many people that are just busy. They're busy with Beachbody. They're like, I worked 5 hours on my business today. I'm like, what'd you do? They're like, I talked to like 6 people, and I did this and I did this. And I'm like, and that took you 5 hours? You guys, we got to do the right things to see the right results. So scrolling through the news feed, like we have to be real with ourselves and self-evaluate a little bit sometimes and be like, what am I really doing with my time? I'm trying to grow a business. I'm trying to treat this like a business and do something great for my why. So where's my time going? Okay? You got to do the right things to see the right results. The vital behaviors are a great place to start. Do a power hour, plug in with your team, and help them reach their goals. Don't set goals for them. You can be the visionary for them, believe in them, but they have to have their own goals as well. Your efforts need to be duplicatable. You can't expect things out of people that you're not doing yourself. Remember that. That's what gets me up every single day, because here I am preaching to you guys the vital behaviors. Could you imagine if I wasn't doing them? What a hypocrite I would be to my team if I'm here telling them to read and I don't have a book that I'm committed to right now. You know? So we got to be the example. And then number 4, guys, you are the CEO. And I think a lot of people, they forget that. The CEO, guys, you control everything. You control the marketing, you control the finances, you control every single part of your business. And I think people come into this sometimes and they forget that this is a real business and they don't treat it like one. But then they get so mad when they don't get rewarded like one. We got to treat it like a business. This has got to be your baby. It doesn't mean you got to put 60 hours in a week, but the time that you do put in, it has to be so focused. You don't have time for anything else. We have lives outside of this. One day, the sacrifice we give now to work on our business is going to create so much more time later. So I always remember the quote or the saying is sacrifice is just giving up something good for something better. I'm willing to give up some TV so that in 2 years from now I don't have to work. I can just work my business and not go to my full-time job, or, whatever the case may be. Sacrifice is just giving up something good now for something better later. So remember that. You're giving up wine night now. What's better that's going to come for you? Let's see. And this is my favorite. I'm going to leave you guys with this. You have to have a game plan. Because guess what? If you aim at nothing, you're going to hit it. You're going to hit nothing. You have to have a target. You have to have something that you're shooting for. If you don't care about rank but you care about helping people, shoot for a number every week. I want to help 3 people by next Thursday. And then what? Go back to number 2, right? Number 2, self-discipline aligned with your goals. What tasks do you need to do every single day to help 3 people by next Thursday? You have to aim towards something, guys, or you're not going to hit anything. So thank you for listening to me.
That was awesome. Natalie, first of all, I am so sorry that you were so sick. I really appreciate, and I know my team does too, you hopping on here tonight. That was seriously such an incredible call. It was exactly what we needed to hear, and so I cannot thank you enough. And so I took lots of notes, lots of really good stuff, guys, especially if you're new coaches on here, and even if you've been a coach now for a while, lots of really great stuff. So I hope that you took notes too. So I just want to kind of recap some of my key points, some of the key takeaways that I made sure to jot down from what Natalie said. So, I mean, she's someone here, guys, with a lot of experience. You heard of everything that she said, her story and all of that. And, I really like how she talked about how, life just gets in the way, right? And that we all get defeated. We all have times where we get defeated. She talked about her struggles. And I feel like, it's important that everyone knows that it's part of the process. You're going to get defeated. Things in life are going to happen. I mean, guys, when I became a 10-star coach, I went all the way back down to 4-star. Okay. I've lost probably 3 to 5 of my top leaders, diamond coaches who have been in this business for over a year. I went through a string of time for months where none of my, people that I was bringing onto the team were really doing anything. And you start to question yourself at times. And then you do what Natalie said. You focus on, of course that could be discouraging, right? Like she said, that was really discouraging. But you focus on the positive, and you focus on getting out there and helping more people. You focus on the people who are doing incredible things on your team, the people who want to be here, the people who are enthusiastic about this. You focus on the new coaches that you bring on and their excitement. And those are the things that you focus on. You don't make a laundry list, like Natalie said, of all the things that are going wrong and all the failures and focus on those. You focus on the positive. So I thought that was great, Natalie, that you brought that up, because I feel like a lot of times coaches in the network can look at leaders like you and other leaders in the company and even myself and think that we have it all together and that we don't go through any of that stuff. And we all go through it no matter where you are in the business.
Yeah. And just like another example of that too is like, it's a lot of like of my diamond leaders who have like 2 or 3 coaches on their team and they lose one. That's like a big deal. But when you become, later in the business, you end up having 20 coaches on your team. You lose one. It's terrible because you believe in that person, but it's not life shattering. So my point with that being is like, no matter what point you get in the business, the failures are just going to get bigger because you're going to have more numbers. Like if you guys know who Lindsay Matway is, she's like the number 4 coach in the entire network. She's insanely successful. But if you look at her failures that she just posted the other day, she's lost 68 diamonds. Wait till we start failing that big. You know what I mean? So at every level, failure is always going to be there. We just become stronger through the process to learn how to handle things and how to move forward and to, like Kathy said, look at the positives.
Yep, so true. And I really liked too how Natalie was saying, keep the focus on the people. So important to just every day, no matter what you do, focus on people. Don't worry about the numbers. Don't worry about Success Club points and all of that. If you keep your focus on the people every single day and getting out there and talking to people every day, building new relationships, those points come. You'll hit Success Club if you're consistent doing those things every day. Focusing on the non-negotiables every single day, revisiting your why. Honestly, that I feel like is one of the biggest reasons of why coaches can have tremendous success in this business. If you have your why and it's grounded and it's a huge emotional connection to it and you're constantly thinking about it, it's going to take you through those times that you're struggling and you're not going to stop. And you have to keep thinking about it though all the time. Like Natalie said, you have to think about it. If I wasn't thinking about my why when I first started, if I didn't, constantly have my kids in the back of my mind every day when I didn't feel like showing up and I was tired and I was sick, then I would be back at work. I would be going back to work tomorrow, guys. I'd be in my teaching career and I would be dropping the kids off at daycare. And because I always thought of them with everything I did, no matter what, I'm here with them now every single day. And that's why this business has been such a blessing. So you guys, like Natalie said, have this gift here literally right at your fingertips, and you just have to be willing to take advantage of it. I really loved that quote, Natalie, too, how you said, be willing to give up the good for the great. Oh, so true, because with anything that you want to succeed at or achieve in life, with that comes temporary sacrifices. But that word temporary is key, right? It's all temporary. You're going to give up some TV. I'm going to give up a little bit of sleep. It's not going to be like this forever, right? In 2 years from now, like Natalie said, you'll be in a completely different spot than you are now. So worth it, guys. Showing up every day, even when life is hard. You don't have to work as hard as you normally would. You don't have to reach out to as many people as you typically like, but show up every single day, no matter what. People are relying on you. Celebrating the successes along the way, too. I really liked how you brought that up, too, Natalie. Just like she said, when she mentioned those tally marks, each time that you have a small success, and it just looks like one tally mark. Guys, if you haven't read the book, The Slight Edge, yet, by Jeff Olson, this is what it's all about. Those small little successes over time, compounding over time. It's crazy how it works. And then the last couple things here. I liked how at the very end, too, you talked about how there's no shortcuts or secrets to success in this business. And I see people all the time, you hear it all the time, people try to do all these different kinds of, you know, pay money for all these trainings to get all these people in, and just, you know what I mean? There's no secret sauce. There's no secrets in general. There's no, you know, quick way to have success. It's just all you showing up every single day, no matter what, revisiting your why, like Natalie said, and just keeping that long-term vision and realizing that you are the CEO, you know, of your own business. No one is going to tell you what to do. So thank you so much. If you don't mind, could I open it up to just a couple questions?
Oh my gosh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions at all? Speak now. Just unmute yourself, or you can type it into the chat. Seriously, guys, we are so lucky to have Natalie right now on the call. She's got a lot going on, and she knows her stuff, and she's built a really incredible business. And so take advantage of this time right now that you have. So any questions, just unmute, write it into the chat.
Anything at all, honestly.
Anything.
Hi, can you guys see me?
Hey, yep.
Okay. Hi, Natalie. I'm Stephanie. I just joined about 12 days ago. And very excited to be here. Congratulations. I hope you feel better. But my question is, so I just hit Emerald today, and we are starting our 21-day fix on the 25th, so this coming Monday. So what is a good thing for us to do? Like, I'll be going through that journey with the 4 people that I have added. But what can I do for my other prospects, my other friends who I'm trying to help, you know, during those 21 days that I'm doing my 21-day fix? What else can I do to, you know, keep getting the challenge packs going? Do I wait until that 21-day fix is done? You know what I'm saying? Or what would you advise in that situation?
So challenge groups always overlap. That's a really great question. So what I do is I have a challenge group. Say, for instance, it's starting the 25th. So you're working with those 4 people, and you guys are, you know, you're committed. The best thing that you can do, especially as a new coach, is you're still in like the credibility phase where people want to know, is she really going to stick around? Is she really going to do this? Is she here for the long haul? So the best thing that you can do every day is showing up on social media and sharing your story, sharing your progress, sharing the excitement in the group, and then always just continuing to invite people to it. It doesn't have to be that they start at the same time that you guys did. They can come in if it's a few days late. I'm not sure how Kathy runs the groups or anything like that, but for me, it's like, if somebody wants to purchase on the 15th and I started on the 1st, and you know, I'm not going to not allow them to do that. I'm going to get them in the group and get them with us. But overall, I think the best way to do it is you just sharing your journey and keeping that excitement going privately behind the scenes, but also publicly, sharing your customer success and your discount coach's success along with your own, because that in itself is going to keep inspiring people, and somebody's going to eventually want to be a part of that.
Okay. Thank you for that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, just to add to that too, really quick, Stephanie. Yeah, so everything that Natalie said is exactly what I do too. So if I have like the group starting on the 25th, you know, I'm still reaching out and inviting people to that same group, at least probably for the next like day or so. And then a lot of times they don't mind being added to that group a couple days late. Then I'll just continue to still invite people, but I'll just make up a new date when I reach out to them. So I'll say like the following Monday when I reach out to them, I'll say, you know, the start date of my next one will be May 2nd. And so then depending on how many people that I have, if I have a big group, I'll start actually another 21-day challenge group that will start on May 2nd. And, you know, if not, there's always people too in the team who have their 21-day fix challenge groups running. They are more than happy to add your people in, and you can be a part of that too and help, you know, motivate and encourage your new, you know, customers and coaches along the way. So that way there's always a group for you to plug people into. So yeah, I wouldn't wait, you know, I would still keep inviting consistently. And especially like Natalie said, you know, sharing your journey along the way and sharing results from your discount coaches and customers will be like huge. So I hope that helped. I do see another question here for Natalie. Kelly had said she wanted to know how you have consistently hit Success Club every month. She's running out of new people. so many have a program or a coach now, and I'm running into other coaches now more often.
Okay, so I'm going to be super honest here, and don't hate me for this. You're not running out of people. You're not. I say I've been in the business. I don't know how long you've been a coach, but I've been a coach for 26 months now, and I haven't even added people to my network every day like I should, and I haven't run out of people. Every day that I think I'm running out of people or it's taken me a while to get to Success Club, it's usually something that I'm lacking in my business. I'm not creating enough relationships with new people. I'm not adding enough new people to my network every day. I'm not making that BAT a priority. Guys, I would have hit Success Club 10 the last 2 months if I put the time in to do it, if I made those vital behaviors vital every single day. But I let life get in the way a little bit, and because of that, I suffered. So to be consistent in it, you kind of have to make it a non-negotiable in the beginning. And when the first of the month hits, you got to put the work in. Who can I help? Make sure that you have a challenge group that you can invite people to. Make sure that you're following up with everybody from months and months and months prior, because you just never know. Make sure that you're always adding to your network. Make sure that you're building relationships, non-Beachbody related, just relationships in general. And constantly connecting with people. If you want love, you got to give love. So liking people's posts, commenting on people's posts, sending those messages, and just really making yourself known, because those are the people that eventually are going to feel comfortable enough to reach out to you when they see your consistent posts for your challenge groups and things like that. And the other thing that I can say is, don't expect to hit Success Club 5 or 10 with one challenge group post. And that's where planning and being systematic in your business really comes in. I think it's so important to have like a marketing plan set out for yourself. So whether it's like the end, so like next week before May starts, get out a blank sheet, like a blank calendar for May, and put on there, what day do you want to start my challenge group? Say I want to start my challenge group the second week of May. So that gives you, then you can then post about it, 3 times the first week to get it out there, because there's going to be tons of people that don't see it yet. But if we just like hurry up and try to on a Thursday make a challenge group post and it starts on Monday, chances are it's not going to work out for us. So we have to be really intentional with the content we put out. Make sure you're following that jab, jab, right hook mentality where you're adding value, and then you're inviting. So maybe you're talking about your fitness journey, you're sharing your favorite recipes, you're sharing transformation stories, and then boom, you have a challenge group coming open. There's just ways that we have to get creative and make sure that we're really working our businesses to the maximum.
That was great, Natalie. We have another one here too. What's your best advice for recruiting new coaches?
Oh, that's a good one. Recruiting new coaches. Kathy, you're so good at this. But for me, what it is, like I said, I'm very relationship driven. And I think that building that relationship. So I look for new coaches with who is, where's the Shakeology retention in my customer base? So I look for coaches there. They're already paying for it. Why not get it, number one, as a discount? Number two, if they help a few people a month, they can get it paid for. A lot of people don't know that that's an opportunity for them, and they do that. Another way that you can do it is make a list, guys. Make a list of 20 people a week and make it a goal to reach out to those 20 people a week. And that 20-person list a week should be called your dream team. And it's people that are not yet coaching with you who you think would make amazing coaches. And make it a goal to just reach out to them and just be like, hey, I don't know if this is something that you'd be interested in, but I started my business and I have the opportunity to pay this forward. And I know that you love health and fitness as well. So I just didn't know if this is something that, you would love to be a part of, or I can share more information with you about. You never know who's going to say yes. And I know Kathy does webinars and coach webinars that you guys can plug people into, or send recordings of things for people to see, or do 3-way calls, or get on the phone with people. That's a great way too. And then sharing your wins. Sharing your wins, guys. Whether you made $40 paycheck, whether you made $250, whether you paid your electric bill, sharing those wins. Whether you lost the weight and it's because of this community and coaching that it's done this for you, this transformation. Because that kind of stuff inspires people to want to ask questions and see what this is about. and, you know, to know that they can do it too.
That was great. Anybody else? You sure, guys? Nothing else on your mind? No other last minute questions? Oh, I see another thing here. No, nothing, just a thank you. All right, well, I don't want to keep you too long, but seriously, Natalie, we can't thank you enough for being on here. I love you so much. You're so great. And I know you felt sick, so I mean, I hope that you go right to bed. But this was a phenomenal call, and I took tons of notes, and I know that this helped my team tremendously. So I hope that you have a great night, and thank you so much for being on with us tonight. We love you.
Thank you so much. It was great to see you and meet you guys, and good luck with everything. And is everybody going to Summit? Yay.
That should have been another part of the topic.
Get to Summit. Let me tell you a quick story before I leave.
Yes.
I was a coach for 4 months. I knew no one. I didn't have any money. Somebody said, you have to get to Summit. You have to get to Summit. I didn't even know what Summit was. I ended up putting in Team Drop the Cookie because that was the team I was a part of at the time. Didn't know anybody. Said, hey, is anybody going to Summit? Ended up finding 5 people that wanted to go. We all stayed in a room together. I put everything, my airfare, all of my food, everything on a credit card, went to Summit, came back from Summit, and my business exploded. I got the purpose. I understood it. It made sense. I was inspired. I didn't care that I didn't have the money. I found a way to be there. So you guys find a way to be there if you can, because it's truly life-changing.
Yep. It's true. Just can't bottle it all up and bring it back to you guys.
Yeah, for sure. All right, good night.
All right. Have a good night, guys. Thanks so much, Natalie.
Bye.
Bye.